Hi, it's Sally, and I'm here with Sarah, my acupuncturist.
Nice to meet you.
Sarah has been my acupuncturist for several years now, and I really do like acupuncture for the fact that it relieves my pain. And all I have to do is say, "Hey, I hurt here," and Sarah like knows exactly where to go. She says, "Oh, and here and here and here,"
Mm-hmm.
and it also relieves stress. So I can come in a little revved up, and it's just sometimes better than 5 hours of meditation, I swear. Yes, it does involve needles, if you've ever heard of that. I have to say, every once in a while I do feel them, because you are going to feel them, but they're really small and really tiny, and once they're seated or placed,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't notice them at all. So I do want you to not think about that part if it's ever been a worry for you. And so, Sarah, thank you so much for your time and your sharing with my friends about the benefits of acupuncture.
You're
So,
welcome.
why don't you tell me us a little bit about, what it is and how you got started in it and why you like practicing and benefits that you notice from your patients.
Okay, well, I got into acupuncture actually in high school. I was always interested in medicine and the human body, but I knew I didn't want to be a medical doctor. So I was looking at more holistic methods, and once I learned about acupuncture, it just really resonated with me. I like how you don't use any medication or any outside things to heal the body. You just use what your body already has. And one of the great things about that is there's not a whole lot of side effects with acupuncture. Most of the side effects are actually very beneficial. So people will be like, oh, I have more energy. Oh, I slept better. Oh, like that ache and pain that I've been having for a long time is gone. So, that's the reason and what drew me to acupuncture. And I love it. I get it myself.
That's nice. That's great.
Uh-huh.
Great testimony. So, what would somebody look for if they, like, some of my peeps are local, and
Uh-huh.
Sarah's going to give her location after, but what would people look for in an acupuncturist if they were trying to decide?
I would definitely make sure the person is licensed by the state. Each state has their own requirements. Also, I would find someone who has experience treating what you're coming for. A lot of acupuncturists will kind of specialize or spend more time studying certain things. Like I've spent a lot of time studying pain and stress relief, fertility. So those are things that I feel very confident treating. And so there may be acupuncturists who maybe didn't study that stuff as much. So that's the biggest thing. And I would just call around and talk to them and make sure it's someone you feel comfortable with. Those are the main things.
Yeah, that's good. And I actually have found that no symptom is too weird for you to hear about.
No,
It might be it might be appropriate, and and your acupuncturist might say, "Oh, that's interesting," or "Oh, thank you so much for sharing." So don't be shy about anything that's like really you think it's like, "Oh, this is too weird." No, it might just be right. That rash or that twinge or that funny color of something might be appropriate.
Yeah, because like with acupuncture, we're looking at patterns of the body. So things that you may feel are totally unrelated, and Chinese medicine may actually be very related to the other things you have going on. So definitely be very open with your acupuncturist and tell them everything.
Yeah, and it's secret. It's private, right?
Yes,
It's
no,
privileged
we
information.
do not share it with anyone else. It is only between the patient and me. So yeah, I will definitely not be spraying anything around.
Right,
So,
just like us. When we talk with our patients, nothing goes outside that room. So, okay, very, very good. Well, that's good to know. Is there anything else that you think that my peeps would want to know about acupuncture? Or any stories that you'd like to share?
Well, I would say the biggest thing is it's actually very relaxing. I think a lot of people think about or don't know what to expect during the treatment, but most people actually fall asleep during the treatment. And I would say that's what a lot of people who come for their first time, it's the most surprising thing to them, that they are like, oh, I fell asleep, or oh, I was almost asleep. Like how, like they weren't expecting that. So It's actually relaxing. It's not like as scary as people think it is. And the benefits are great. So I recommend, even if you don't have anything major going on, it's good just to come in like once a month or once every couple months, just for like tune-ups for the body. It's preventative medicine. It works really well.
Right. Thank you for saying that, because that's what I am on now. I'm just on a maintenance type dose. I come in about every 6 weeks, and I find that keeps me at a good level. I do my other stuff at home, that some of the things I've shared. And I do find that this, if I do that, it really helps a lot. And sessions are normally what? For you, it's about an hour. I can expect to be here, 40 minutes.
Yeah, usually I leave the needles in for around 30 minutes, and I would say that's pretty standard. Some acupuncturists may leave it in a little bit shorter, like 20 minutes, and some it may be a little bit longer. But I say average is 30 minutes. So for return visits, most people expect to spend like 50 minutes to an hour. And then new patient visits are a little bit longer, because we'll sit down and go through a really thorough intake about what you're coming in for, and just a review of the whole body, like what's going on with you, and then create a plan from there.
That's great. That's great. And you've got clothes on. It's
Yes.
not like massage at all.
No.
So it's really, it can be very comfortable in that situation.
Yep.
All right, Sarah, so tell my friends where they can find you here locally, because you've got a couple places you practice.
Yeah, I do. I'm here. This is my Alexandria office, so I'm in the Delray neighborhood. It's 3140 Commonwealth Avenue, Alexandria, Virginia. I'm also out in Burke, Virginia, 3 days a week. I'm in like West Springfield, Burke, from Lingate Court, 5276 Lingate Court. So you can find me at either of those locations.
Yeah, and your website's Alexandria?
My website is acupuncturealexandria.com.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
And acupuncture has one C.
Thank you. Yes, important.
Yes.
I know that. Thank you so much for your time, Sarah,
You're
for
welcome.
sharing all this information for us.
Yeah, happy to share.
That's awesome. And she's the best.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.